Welcome back. Today we will be taking a look at the Meteor Mk3 at 7.0. Right into the game, recorded a bit late, so looking around, see the auto white coming up for me, but of course you want to keep your awareness high. Start of the game, a lot of people around in this area, so I don't want to just dodge him and fly into the next dude. Miss him, abuse his snap roll, he has a very tough time chasing that, unless of course he predicts it and he can snap into me. But he didn't, he tried to follow me, so there's no way he's getting that shot off. Put some pressure on the Horton. Hortons are a bit of a problem in this thing. More of that later on in the video. But they can be a pain. You can win the dogfight. Not even the hardest thing to do in this. But they don't really want to dogfight you most of the times. 262 coming in. Not too worried. Mk3 aren't the fastest, hard to aim, so I just gave him a side shot, knife edge his guns, and I wasn't too worried about him hitting me. Get quite an easy shot there, but I shot too high I think. Maybe it was because he dodged, I'm not too sure, not too used to these guns yet. Second game in this. Meteors always have felt a bit weird to me, at least the gun placement. Not sure what it is, but I've actually preferred the wing mounted guns for the Mk5 Hispanos. Keep looking around, see if anyone gets damaged, if everyone kills my teammate. I want to know as much as possible. Right now I'm not whapping my engines because I'm gonna overheat. I don't really need to at the moment. I have plenty of speed, well, for this thing at least. Auto white coming in, dodges shells. Auto whites are not much of a problem in this thing, because they mostly try to turn with you. But you absolutely shit on them, as long as they don't run. Because you can see right here, he tries to run away. Shot a bit too much to the left, but he tries to run away and he can, and that's the only thing he can do. The auto whites, in my opinion, still aren't even that good. Of course, you have the 3.5 kilometer airspan, they rush your team, but 90% of the people that die to auto whites are the people that either commit in a head-on or rush climb into them, and their strength is early game. The longer you wait, the worse that plane gets. It doesn't have the best acceleration. It has very bad retention. Of course the guns are still very deadly. But they're not the end of the world as long as you don't rush into them. Because yeah, when you rush into them they will be going faster than you, they will outturn you. They have very good guns. And that's scary. But just like right here, we're kind of equal. He's a bit faster than me, but I can easily dodge him, no problem. You're allowed to right to his crit, so he's definitely going in for the head-on. The V2 only ripped his flaps off, so at this point I'm just gonna toy with him. I wasn't gonna go up there because he could just chase me down and hose me. So I do a horizontal turn. Of course, keep looking around, the most important thing. This thing isn't the fastest, you're going to get jumped. He flies into my guns. Pretty lucky on my end. Finish him off. 262, running. I mean, he can't do much else. That's the thing you will be noticing a lot on this plane. It's a pretty good plane, if the situation allows it to be. A lot of people will run from you, they know that they can't really fight you. But you have very good acceleration for the 7.0 area. So a lot of times you can actually like climb with them, and they can't really run from you. It's a bit like finding a zero in the Russian prop. It's very annoying. They ram each other because, you know, I still don't get that. Why would you full commit head on? Unless you're crit, unless you're desperate, unless you're going to die and you have to like make a die situation doable. But I don't see the fun in it. A lot of people lately as well, they'd be going faster than you, they'd be outrunning you, and they pretend to not see you and then pull in at 300 meters for the head on. Like, and I don't see why you would do that. Sure, it might give you an easy kill, but 9 out of 10 times if the other dude has the same idea, you'll just both die. Let's start to watch to crit by Razor earlier. I'm not too worried about him. You can see that he's just pretty much dropping out of the air. And yeah, that's nothing to commentate on. Just an easy kill. So right now my team is not looking too good. But still a 262A in the area. It's killing pillboxes though, which means it's probably the 50 mil. Or it's the A2 with the bombs, but he's killing more pillboxes than 2. So that's 1 to 50. 1 goes down. So now there's 3 people left. One is a 262 with a 50, there's an auto Y2, and the last one is a Horton. And the Horton will actually give me quite a bit of problems, because he plays it smart, well, to a certain degree. His flying was a bit annoying, but I can't really blame him. I was going to ask the Mk3 to turn, but then he died, so no use. Horton over there. Barely dodged that. Pretty close to dying there. I just want to make sure that this auto Y2 dies as quickly as possible, because I'm going to need some more speed to deal with that Horton. Because I'm only going 400 right now. That Horton is hauling ass. He's at least going 600-700. I was really hoping for him to dogfight me here, but he didn't. He just, I don't know what. Okay, he looks like he wants to turn all the time. I have this feeling he starts a dogfight and then he breaks off. The thing with the Horton right now is, it turns like a biplane, as we all know. It doesn't have a rudder, it doesn't roll the best, and that's all fine, this would be balanced. The problem I have with the Horton is, it turns so extremely well, but yet it doesn't drop any speed. This plane also has a very good turn rate, but also good retention. But this plane doesn't turn so well that you think, am I playing arcade? And you'll see more of that later on. Right now I'm just waiting for the Horton to turn around. I gave him plenty of room, but he doesn't really seem like he wants to fight. Comes back for the head-on at 3 kilometers. Sure. Get a hit, sadly, because Hispanos. And the Horton damage model is absolutely broken. I was hoping I'd get the shot here, but no. Still have 300 rounds left. This plane has plenty of ammo. And I thought I had him here. I thought he was gonna dodge, because he was gonna turn with me. No, he's still outrunning me. And he just turned pretty much double of what I did. So I was a bit sad here. Of course, the Meteor isn't the fastest plane, and this thing is really good at just preying on people that are slow. And that's with most British jets. Because I think that the attacker right now in the British line is probably your best bet to get a good like first jet experience. Because it's fast, it doesn't turn the best. Of course the guns are not central mount, so that's a bit weird. But stuff like the Meteor and the Vampire are not good first jets in my opinion. Of course they have good bridge between props and jets because of the turn rate, because of all that kind of garbage. But the attacker actually teaches you something about jet combat, which is keeping your speed, not turning too much, using your energy, and this plane is just pretty much turn to win. And if they don't turn with you, 9 out of 10 times you won't win, unless you start pushing head-ons, which is what I will be doing later on. I started off with trying to like bait him into a dogfight, so I wouldn't force a head-on. I'd wait for him to go head-on with me, and then I could snap into him, because he has a very hard time dodging me. Unless he just throws the shot. As in, he doesn't try to get one and he just breaks off, flies away. Which is what you should do when you see that someone is pushing a head-on with something. You can dodge him and you know that he's going to get the shot. Again, I'm not going head-on. I'm hoping that he commits into the head-on. So he's already bidden a turn and then he commits with me, but he doesn't. So I'm sad. Runs away again. And this is what most of your fights in the Meteor Mk3 will look like, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. And what I'm doing right now is I'm not gonna chase the Horton directly, because what happens when I chase him directly is he won't gain in his distance, and he will be more scared to turn around, so I give him some room. And this is also something I see a lot, people in Japanese planes that are pretty much biplanes and that are like instant win if they get on your 6. And they will just chase you forever, even though they're being outrun. Just give the dude some room like this. Just let him get some separation. He'll turn around and he'll fight. By just chasing him, like full on chasing him, that's 6. Not giving him any room. He's gonna take like 3 minutes to outrun you properly. He's gonna waste your time, he's gonna waste his time if he wants to fight. Of course, if this dude is just running to his airfield, by all means just stick on his ass. See? I wanted to push the head-on because I have been dodging the head-on for a bit now. Missed that, unfortunately. I have been dodging the head-on for a bit now, so I was expecting him to come to me. He did, but he saw that I started to push one, and he ran away. As he should. And again, he does twice my turns, and he outruns me. A big fat 13,000 lions, I'm happy with that. Yes sir. At this point, I think I'm gonna give you some room, but the 262 hasn't been active lately, and I think that he's gonna show up quite soon right now. He's just pretty much stalling me for the last bit. And he starts a turn fight, and I'm like, there's a friendly of yours close, otherwise you wouldn't do that. And there he is, the 262. So now it gets a bit sketchy. I can easily 1v1 the 262. Especially the one with the 50 mil, because I'm not too scared about that. Even more so since he was ground pounding. He's slow, he just took off, so I'm not actually going to focus on him. I'm just gonna go up. I see that the Horton is still flying away, so I'm gonna try to get the dogfight in. Kill this dude as quickly as I can. But of course, he comes back. As he should. He's doing this fine. This is how he should fly it. But the 262 is stalling out at this point. I have plenty of ammo. I pilot snipe him. And at this point, it's pretty much GG. And why did I go for the Horton? I can't 1v1 the Horton pretty much. I can. But it will take me a lot of time. And the 262, even though it has a 50 mil, will easily take care of me if I'm busy. And if I 1v1 the 262, I'll get a Horton on me. And the moment I get him on me, I'm pretty much dead. So I needed that Horton out of the equation. The 262 is no threat on his own. And that's game. I hope this was a bit entertaining or mostly educational. I've tried to get some good games lately, and I'm being quite satisfied, I have to say. But yeah, the Meteor turns well, good retention, guns are not the worst, not the best, but you have 800 rounds, well 760. Acceleration is pretty good, especially for like 7.0, but I still recommend you to fly the Attacker if you really want a first jet experience. In the British line, of course. I still think that the P80, the F84G and stuff like that is better, but this is a very good substitute. 19 hits. See, the guns aren't the best, but I got the job done. Still had some ammo left, and here I unlocked the Seahawk. It's probably going to be the next one. I've already flew it a little bit. It wasn't the most interesting gameplay. 7.7 mix is just a joust fest of what? Other Seahawks and other, you know, F9Fs. It's not the most fun I've had, but it's a pretty good aircraft. I'm gonna give it that. But without further ado, I hope you enjoyed it, and give me a like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't, and I'll see you in the next one. It's probably gonna be Wednesday. You'll see that appear eventually, and I'm just gonna include this because people have been asking me on where do you get your skin. Well, it's not a skin, it's just some decals. And I just line it up with the plane so it's all straight. That's just my OCD. Well, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.